Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Down to Earth Gardening and Design, and welcome to today's video. Today we're out in the flower garden over at my daughter Hannah's house. The kids are out here, we're all planting seeds and whatnot, but today's video is on adding an easy and fun vertical element to your garden. So I'm here next to this teepee trellis, and Hannah's been putting this in the garden for the last 2 or 3 years. So we're gonna pop up some video clips of what it looks like when it's all planted. But it's such an easy project, and I say that because we have a lot of fun with it. We do it with the kids. It goes up pretty quickly. We take it down for the winter. We plant some annuals around it. The annuals climb up the teepee, and you can get inside of it and read a book, have a tea party, hide, whatnot. Hannah takes a lot of photos in her garden too. She has a photography business, so this is a great photo prop right here. So how we get started with this project. So we did buy a kit, and it was actually from Lowe's, very inexpensive, and it came with these 5 6-foot stakes, and it also came with a little topper to hold the stakes together at the top. So it comes as a kit, but you can also put it together yourself by just buying 5 6-foot stakes, and then you can tie the top together. So then we anchor it right into the ground a little bit. We probably, using our mallet, we pound it in about 2 inches just to make sure it's sturdy before planting, because once we get our seeds in there, we really don't want to disturb them. So our climbers that we're planting today, and as long as it's a climber, you can go for it, but what we've selected are some nasturtium seeds. These are called Orange Gleam. So remember from my nasturtium videos, nasturtiums are edible, so really child friendly, and they can go on, hi Gracie, a climber, or they can also drape. So this one here, Orange Gleam, gets up to 60 inches. So this is going to be great right here for the trellis. And it's got yellow petals and a red center. So that's the first one. And then we're going to do a little bit of the cup and saucer vine, which is a blue-purple flower. It's a very vigorous climber, and it gets pretty 2-inch bells that it starts creamy pale green and it turns a striking blue-purple. And the height is 10 to 20 feet. Now don't worry about the height being taller than this, because really you're just going to train it back down the teepee. And then we're going to do our morning glories. We have a harlequin mix. These really shine in the fall when there's not a lot going on. Traditionally, I've always planted the blue, but this one here is a variegated blue and purple flower. I just love these. They also kind of remind me of my childhood, because my mom would grow the heirloom blue morning glories. And then the last one that's a climber and such a favorite of mine is called hyacinth bean. So not edible, it's just used as a climber, ornamental, and also it's great to cut the flowers and put them in flower arrangements. So the plants look like a purple pea, and then they get a deep purple pod on them, which are gorgeous in the garden and in your floral arrangements. So the soil's warm. You want the soil to be warm enough to plant these. These are all warm season annuals here, and again I'm in zone 6B, so we're planting these early June. About the time that you're starting to think about planting your vegetable garden is when you can plant these seeds. So you want the soil to be warm enough. And then we're going to direct sow. So we're going to show you how we just pop them right in the ground from seed, and then in a month or 2 we're going to have a fully covered trellis, which is going to be such a fun little prop in addition to this garden here. Okay, so we just go and plant the perimeter of this teepee trellis, not just around the poles, and then we just have to do a little training. So I have seen where some people will do a twine or a fishing wire back and forth just to help the climbers grip onto, but Hannah and I have done this for a couple of years and really haven't found the need to. So the only thing that you really have to think about when you're doing this method is you don't want to plant the side that's going to be your door. So where I'm sitting here is where we're going to enter here. So we're just going to go ahead and plant these sections in the back here. All right, so we're going to mix our climbers. So I'm going to start with the nasturtiums. And we do want to make sure we get a couple here around the stakes. And you can do a pattern, but we just like a mix here. Okay, so that was the nasturtium. And then next we're going to do this ruby moon hyacinth bean. Kids are having a lot of fun in the yard today. All right, and then we have our morning glory seeds. Now, if you have the time and you want to give these a little bit of an edge, you can soak them overnight before planting. But we've got a lot of gardening to do today. We want to get this started, so we're just going to go for it. Now I'm doing the Harlequin Mix Morning Glory. Now the Morning Glory seeds are poisonous, so if this is a project that you're doing with your kids, I just want to mention that and make sure that you know that. Okay, and then lastly we're doing the cup and saucer vine, which is blue and purple. So this is going to be fun as far as a color combo, because we have the nasturtiums, the orange gleam, which are yellow red, and then we've got a lot of purples and blues. So I just want to show you these cup and saucer vine seeds here because they're a little bit different. And so just make sure that you get some around your stakes here. And then we're just going to lightly cover them up, and then we're going to give them a good water. So you do want to keep your seeds well watered just to get them going. Okay, and that's it. So just a couple things to think about when you're thinking about placement. You may have a spot in mind because you have a bare spot in your garden. You're looking for something fun to do. So go ahead and try to use that spot, but just know that you really do need some full sun. So at least 6 hours of sun. And think about where you might want a little height in your garden. So if you've got a lot of shorter plants, we have these Asiatic lilies here that are shorter, and you want a nice backdrop. So it's a lot of fun, the kids will love it, and personally, I always think I'm gonna grab a book or a little tea set and come out here myself because I just can't stand how cute it is. So that's it for today. We have a lot of gardening to do, but thank you for joining me. And if you liked the video, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because we have a lot of gardening going on here.